Hello, everybody. I'm just taking a stroll, and I want to talk on some things real quick. That's better. How are you today? Um, I'm fine. I'm just taking a walk. I want to come on here with a message because I see a lot of suffering today, and I don't think people understand how much they're suffering. So I wanted to come on and talk about being in survival mode and healing. Um, because of the way a lot of people live their lives, it's like they are literally living in like a warlike state. And what I mean like a warlike state, like they're literally um, living for combat, like they're waiting and executing things in their life that's going to leave them less victimized, right? But the less they become a victim, the more they become an abuser. And I don't think people put two and two together, because when you are in a hurtful state, you don't see things as they appear. Pain has a power of making you believe that everything you see and everything that's around you has the potential to hurt you. So you will only look through this life with that lens. And the more you will look through this life as a lens, you believe everybody that's outside of you, everybody that's connected to you, it could be your family, it could be your spouse, it could be your co-workers, it could be anybody. You will literally start calculating things in your life on how to not become a victim, like how not to become hurt, like how not to you were literally, that'd be like your whole life focus. It would be your whole life focus. How can I not be hurt? And then it turns to, well, how can I get them before they get me? How can I get them before they get me? How can I be 5 steps ahead of them? Because if I give them the power, they're going to stick a knife behind my back. How can I be beyond them? And that has literally torn people apart. That's why we see everybody on these TikTok streets and shit arguing and fighting about dumb shit. And people are literally in a state of confusion because everybody's fucking hurt. And nobody's saying, hey, I'm acting like this because I'm hurt. Hey, yeah, I'm acting like this because they did this to me and I want nobody else to hurt me. And if people can't come to that particular understanding, or if people can't come to that particular idea, this shit is gonna be fucking crazy. That's why, because I can say I'm fairly new to TikTok. This is probably like my going on my third year on TikTok, right? So by this being my third year on TikTok, there are a lot of things that I witnessed amongst grown people that don't make no sense to me. But then I had to understand, well, these people are operating from an unhealed state. And the more you operate from an unhealed state, you will do certain things that doesn't benefit your best good. Okay? And when you do things that don't benefit your best good, you end up becoming on the other end as the person who is now inflicting the pain. So that's why you see people in relationships, and then it's like, well, I know people usually cheat, and I know people usually lie, or I know people usually hurt me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to position myself in this relationship. So before they hurt me, I'm going to hurt them. What does that bring you? What does that bring the other person? It's just ridiculous. And I don't think people look at it like that. And until you can actually get to a healed state within yourself and say, you know what? No matter who does what to me, I'm not going to turn that energy back on somebody else. I'm just going to dismiss myself from the whole fucking thing and keep on pushing because I have things to do, right? Until people can actually get to that point of life, people will always be suffering. And then when you talk about like childhood trauma and stuff like that, there are so many people bleeding on people because of what their parents did to them. It's crazy. It's so many people bleeding on people because of what their parents did to them. Perfect example. Let's just say you grew up and the parents that you grew up didn't do right by you for whatever reason, right? They didn't do right by you. So you go out through life looking for that particular part in your parent that your parent wasn't able to give you, right? So what happens now is now you're looking for a parent in your partner. Okay, so you might gravitate to your partner because you figure like your partner has the things that you were missing in life. That's fine. But the problem with that is the more you stay in that unhealed childlike state, the more you are looking at your partner as your rescuer. Now it's not just, oh, this is my partner. Now it's why you're not fixing my life. Like why you can't do the things that I need you to do in order for me to be okay. Because now you're looking for a parent figure instead of you being an actual adult and understanding, you know what, I'm accountable for my own life. I'm accountable for my own decisions. I'm accountable for the things I put out. I'm accountable for the things I take in. I'm accountable for everything in my life. And if you don't look at things like that particular partner, you will begin to resent that partner. You will begin to hate that partner. Like you will begin to not like that partner because there is some button in your mind that's telling you, oh, well, you know, they really don't love you because if they love you, you'll be fixed. They really don't love you because if they love you, everything will be right in your life. And that's not how the fucking real world works. That's not how it works. And a lot of people leave themselves so stuck in that environment, they have the ability to not even notice or witness how much the person on the other end might be for them. But you can't, if you don't feel powerful within yourself to tell yourself, you know what, I'm powerful no matter what. I'm gonna have to be accountable for my happiness. I'm gonna have to be accountable for my decisions. If you're not in that space, you're gonna always be unhappy. It doesn't matter who encounters you. It doesn't matter who you would get encountered with in life. You're always going to be unhappy. There's always going to be an issue. You want to know why? Let's just say those particular people do find someone who's able to just pour into them and pour into them and pour into them and give them everything that they have, right? Now, that person who's doing all the pouring is going to feel neglected. It's going to feel like, well, damn, shit, I do all this shit. What else do you want me to do? Like, you're never happy. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then that person who's in that situation is going to look at them like, well, you know, what you mean? Then there is always going to be some disturbance in that area. It's always going to be some disturbance in that area until you're actually able to tell yourself, you know what? The things that happened in my life fucked me up. Like, they did. They fucked me up. I need time to digest. I need time to process. I need time to get this out of my system in order for me to be an abundant, in order for me to be great in my power, in my sense, in order for me to be sufficient as an adult, right? Until you're able to get to that point, you will always be hurt. You will always be in pain. You will always look for other people to make something right for you. Yes, girl, I know. That's why I'm on here, because even when you talk about the man and the woman aspect, a lot of people in that particular realm that either they hate the man or they hate the woman is because everybody's tired of being hurt. So now, since everybody's tired of being hurt, how it happened was whoever in whatever party was doing what they feel like they need to do in a relationship, right? So instead of the person coming to them and saying, you know what, I'm unhappy, I don't like the way this is going, I think we need to separate. Something happened, these people got disappointed, right? Like something happened, these people got backstabbed, they got cheated on, they got disrespected. So when someone is unable to digest what other people did to them correctly, they will then turn into the person who's being disrespectful. They will turn into the person who's being disrespectful. They will turn into the person that cheated first. They will turn into the person that lied, because now they're not looking at it as, well, you know what? I'm not gonna put myself in that type of energy for nobody. They look at it as, well, nobody gave me grace. Nobody gave a fuck about me. Nobody cared about cheating on me. Nobody cared about lying to me. Nobody cared about talking to me. So I'm going to do exactly what I want to do to you, because nobody gave me grace. Nobody gave me love. Nobody gave me respect. And that's literally how this fucking cycle happens. Until somebody stands up and say, look, you know what? I don't even want to be bothered with this energy. Period. I don't want you to hurt me. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to live my life and continue to be great within whatever I'm supposed to be great in. Until people can actually come to that essence and come to that reality and come to that conclusion, everybody is going to be just walking around bleeding on people. They're going to be bleeding on people, because when you are unhealed, I don't think people understand this, because they don't. That's why the spiritual community is popping up with a vengeance now, right? That's why a lot of people are talking about love and healing and shit, because people that just focus on this physical realm, they don't understand what being bruised on the inside look like. So just because they don't understand what being bruised on the inside look like, they continue to live their life in a disturbed state, because they believe that they're not bruised because their physical aspect doesn't show anyone in pain. Okay? What happens when people are hurt? What happens when people are unhealed? That's just like, if something happens to you in your life and you get traumatized by it, right? You get traumatized by it. Somebody hurt your feelings. Your parents didn't do you right. People that you around didn't love you. Whatever this case was, right? And if you don't heal from that aspect, and if you don't heal from that state, if you don't heal from that aspect, if you don't heal from that state, you will create a wound around your spirit, around your energy, right? So since people can't see energy, and since people don't understand what the spirit look like, right? Or what a wound look like on the inside, I'm just going to give you an example on how people bleed on each other when they're in an unhealed state. So let's just say somebody hurt you, right? They hurt your heart. They probably talked down on you. They didn't really care about you. They didn't really do too much for you. They didn't, whatever you felt like they hurt you for, now you hurt, right? So instead of that hurt being on the inside, imagine that sore all over your body. Imagine that sore all over your body, right? Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares, y'all. Imagine that sore being all over your body now, right? So this sore is all over your body. And instead of you sitting down in the house, putting ointment on the sore, making sure you're okay, going to the doctor, making sure you change your bandages and all this shit. You take your ass outside. So you go outside, and everybody you encountered now is making you hurt, right? They're making you hurt, and you just can't realize for the life of you why is everybody doing this to you? Like, why every time I go somewhere, people hurt me? Why every time I be in a situation, people doing me wrong? Like, why, right? Because you walking around with a big ass fucking bruise on you, a big ass wound, a big old scab that has not healed all the way. So even if people aren't doing anything to you, as soon as they interact with you, that wound is gonna be painful. So instead of you actually looking at that wound inside of you, you start blaming the people that's coming around you, that's actually coming in close proximity to the wound. So it's not actually. So what you have to do is, what people usually do is, they don't look at the wound. They don't look at why they bleeding. They don't look at the blood or the whatever is that's happening to them that make them have so much pain. They start looking at the people around them. Oh, well, you just like this and that. Oh, well, you just like woo-the-woo. Oh, well, you just like him, and I knew it, and cause you just like them, and you just like my parents, and you just like my best friend, and you just like my ex-husband, and you just like, and you just like, and you just like. Wait a minute, heal, boo boo, heal. A lot of people don't want to put in the work. You got to put in the work to heal. That shit is hard. That's why a lot of people don't want to do it. Healing is hard. That's why a lot of people want to do it. That's why a lot of people look for things outside of them to make up what's missing in them. And once those people don't hit the mark, once those people don't benefit them the way they think they need to be benefited on, now it's forget those people too. Now it's fuck those people too. Now it's all, see, I knew it. Wait a minute, because the things that you are acquiring from people outside of you, it's the exact same things you need to put into yourself. That's the reason why it's always a void with you. People don't understand that it's not just a void because you really like, no one's there for you. You have to, once you understand your energetic makeup, things attract to you on a frequency level. You are attracted to things on the energetic level. Even if you figure like, you know what? I like them. I'm going to talk to them. But there's something energetically that doesn't mess with you. You're going to always have a disturbance with those people. You are always, because you can't require something for somebody to give you something where you don't have it within yourself. That's why you don't know what it is. That's why you don't know what it is. That's why when someone has the ability to give you what you could possibly desire in life or out of a relationship, you always rebuttal on that. You always kick that back. Because whatever you requesting is not inside of you. You don't understand that. You don't understand what that is. So until you can actually understand what that is, it will always be an issue. Yes, healing is hard, but you want to know what's harder? Healing is very hard. But you know what's harder? Being in pain all your life. That's harder. Healing is hard. But being in your pain all your life is harder. Healing is hard, but feeling insufficient all your life is harder. Healing is hard, but feeling that you're not good enough for nobody at any time is fucking harder. That shit is fucking harder. Because you can't outrun yourself. People love to outrun themselves. People love to put things in front of them that does not benefit them because they want to outrun themselves. They want to outrun their emotions. They want to outrun their feelings. They want to outrun the pain. They want to outrun the memories. They want to outrun all this shit, but it's impossible. Hi. It's impossible. It's impossible for you to outrun all those things. It's impossible. You can't. That's why you see people that's always on the run. When I mean that always on the run, they always on the go. It's like they always here, there, this relationship, that relationship. They got this set of friends. They got these set of friends. They over here, they over there. Because they are running from themselves. They are looking for something from whatever relationship they with, whoever friendship they in, whatever place that they at. They are looking for these particular things to complete them. They are looking for these particular spaces to make them whole. They are looking for these particular relationships to make it correct. They are looking for this particular essence of people to make them forget that these bad things happen to them. But if you cannot recognize those bad things and say to yourself, you know what, those things did happen to me, but I am sufficient within myself. Like, those things did happen to me, but I love myself. I deserve that. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be loved. And I'm going to give my happiness to myself first. I'm going to love myself first. And once you start giving yourself that particular energy that you're trying so hard to search for, you will understand. That's why a lot of people who are happy, or a lot of people who are settled, or a lot of people who are efficient, that's why you kind of see those people kind of just chilling. Not saying they don't go nowhere, not saying they don't enjoy their time, not saying they don't enjoy their life, not saying, they don't do the things they want to do. But those people have a certain amount of settlement in them. They just real settled because they understand wherever I go, I'm going to be happy because the happiness is inside of me. Wherever I go, I'm going to be loved. You want to know why? Because the love is inside of me. Wherever I go, I'm going to be abundant because the abundance is inside of me. Like, wherever I go, I'm going to be content because the contentness inside of me. Once you get to that particular aspect, nobody can do nothing to you. You're just going to be like, okay, well, I'm experiencing you from this particular aspect, and I can love you, I can like you, you can be my family, whatever it is, but I choose not to dwell in this energy anymore. So you can feel however you want to feel for me. You can say whatever you want to say to me. But at this point in my life, because I do love myself, and I do know what real happiness is, and I do know what being content is, and I know what respect is because I respect myself, I'm just going to move away from you. I'm going to move away from you. I'm going to distract. I'm not going to distract, but I'm going to extract myself from the situation. Now, people who are in an unhealed state will never do that. They will always try to play the get back. Oh no, you said what? You did what? Oh, I'ma show you. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I'ma show you how I do because you think you're gonna do that to me. Do you know who I am? I'ma show you. And then they back in that big ass fumble of fucked upness that they crying so hard for the people that tell them they don't want these people to do this to them. But then your ego comes into play, because how can you feel that you're so justified? Excuse me, y'all. How can you feel that you're so justified in your life where you can be the one that give out the pain? You can be the one that give out the disrespect. Like, you can be the one not to give out compassion. Like, you can be the one that can say what you want to say and nobody better not say nothing to you about back. You can be the one that serve the disrespect. But as soon as somebody return the same energy to you, now you can't stand that. Oh, I ain't gonna go for that. Oh, well, I don't know who you think you're talking to. Well, I don't know, but that's not how this life works. That's not how energy works. People have to understand that. That's not how that works. When you don't want to be a part of something, you remove yourself from that situation. You don't add into the flame. You don't add into the fire. You don't add energy to it. Because how energy evolves, energy does not know that you're doing something to get some payback. Energy does not know that you are doing something because somebody did something to you. Energy does not know that you only said that, you only did this because they said this to you, and you only disrespected them because they disrespected you, and you only did this. Energy does not know that. The only thing energy knows is what you participate in. It does not know what the fuck you don't want. It does not know what you do want. It only understands what are you active in. What are you currently doing now? What are you currently giving out now? That is the only thing that it understands. And when you're in the healing space, you can't afford. Can you get back at somebody? Yes. Can you cheat on somebody? Yes. Can you talk to somebody wrong? Yes. But in your healing space, you won't do that shit because you know you can't afford it. I can't go back there. I know how it felt when I go back there. I can't afford that. Like, I can't do that. Like, that is not something that I'm acquiring to do. Like, that isn't, that, whatever that is, doesn't hold a part in my healing space. It doesn't hold a part in my healing journey. So can I cuss your ass out? Hell the fuck yes. Yes, I can. But in order for me to protect my peace, in order for me to protect my sanity, I know this is not just going to be me cussing you out. Because at that moment, you say something to me, I say something to you. Then you say something to me worse than what you said to me first. Then I'm mad because you said something, now I'm cussing you out. Now I'm cussing you out. Now you cussing me out. And now you said some more hurtful things, then I said some more hurtful things. Now in this particular place, somebody's ego is going to get bruised. Then it's going to be hollering. Then it's going to be pushing. Then it's going to be shoving, because that energy is evolving. It's not about who's right, and it's not about who's wrong. It's just about what are you participating in. Sometimes at certain points in your life, you got to learn how to surrender. And a lot of people don't like to surrender on nothing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. A lot of people don't like to surrender because they believe surrendering makes them a victim. And it does not. Surrendering doesn't make you a victim. Serenity gives you a peace. Surrendering gives you peace. Surrendering gives you a sense of empowerment, even in your surrendering. Because what you have to understand, there are spaces or places in your life that things happen to you, right? These things happen to you for whatever reason. And for whatever reason these things are happening to you, you tend to tell yourself that, you know what, they ain't gonna do me wrong, and I'm gonna show them, and I'm gonna stand up for myself, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. And yes, you can vet for yourself. You can protect yourself. You can say, look, you know what? I don't want that. I don't want you in my life. I don't want this and that. Like, I would rather keep my distance from you. You could say things like that. But there's some instances and some circumstances, it's like you don't have any control of what other people do and what they do to you. The only thing you have control over is you. That's the only thing you have control over. So the reason why you have to learn about surrendering is, let's just say, for instance, you're in this situation, right? You're in a situation. This could be with your parents. This could be with your family, your outside family, your friends, your spouse, whoever. You in a situation and you done already put two and two together. And what I mean, you put two and two together, you done already understand where these people coming from. You understand where they coming from. You understand the reason why they say certain things. You understand that their perception is their perception. They kind of closed-minded. They don't really think outside of anything else. You understand all these things, right? And the moment that you done made that decision of who these people are, how they think, and what they do, right? The moment you start intertwining your rightness, what I mean rightness, these people could be wrong as two left shoes, okay? But the moment that you start implementing your rightness, the more you will start disturbing your own peace. Now there's going to be a disruption, okay? Are you right? It's a possibility you may be right, but you will never be right to somebody who has a perception of looking at you in a certain way. You will never be right to those people. You will never be right. You will never do nothing right. It just never will be right. At that particular moment, you got to make a choice. Do I choose to be right, or do I choose to keep my peace? Do I choose to be right, or do I choose to keep my my mental capacity, my mental stability? Do I choose to be right, or do I choose to be stable? I'm gonna choose to be stable. Because at this point, I don't care what you think you think. I don't care what you think you know. I don't care. I'm not about to go back and forth with you at this point. Once it already came to a conclusion where it is with you, I'm not about to argue with you. I already see where you are. Now, my thing, at that point, I need to start making decisions for myself. I need to start saying, okay, well, you see what these people are on. You see what they're doing. So what do you do now? What do you do now? Do you stay in this disruption? Do you keep on surrendering here? Or do you make a choice and leave? That's what people have to do. People don't want to do that. People don't want to make choices. People don't want to make choices. People don't want to make choices. People don't want to stand up for themselves. And when I mean stand up for themselves, I don't mean because of somebody else. People don't want to stand up for themselves. They don't want to make choices that actually heal them on a certain aspect. That's why they're waiting for everybody else to do it. I'm waiting for you to do it. I don't want to stand up for myself. I want you just to love me regardless. I want you to just respect me regardless. You're supposed to do this regardless. And if they don't do it, then it's like, oh, well, F you and look at you and this and that. I can't believe. Woo, woo, woo. But you stayed. You stayed. Once you understand that you are the controller and you are the activator of your own reality, of your own abundance, you will see, like a lot of shit people fight for, it don't mean nothing. What you're fighting for, it doesn't mean anything. Your peace, that's why you see a lot of disturbed people. I don't think people understand where disturbed people come from. You're not born disturbed. You're not. People are not born disturbed. What happens with disturbed people is, it's like they let every little thing get to them. Everybody. It could be their parents, their friends, the people that they laying down with, the people at their job, the people at the McDonald's, the people at Taco Bell, the people at the hotel, the people at the car wash, the people at the gas station. Like, they are disturbed wherever they go because they have not surrendered. They would rather fight to be right. But they don't understand, like, the more you do that, the more you lose your peace. The more you lose your peace when you do shit like that. Now, I can go back and forth with somebody, but at the end of the day, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is this getting me? You just leave me frustrated. I want to cuss you out. I probably want to punch you because I am a fire sign. I know who I am. So I'm just going to remove myself from the situation. What is me going back and forth with you going to accomplish? What is me going to McDonald's or a hotel or the car wash trying to prove my point to you? You have no importance in my life. I don't have to deal with you every day. I'm just experiencing you at this particular time. But just because I'm experiencing you in this particular time does not mean you have to show me this and that, and that's how it's supposed to be. I'm just gonna let that shit go because it's not that fucking important. Because what you have to understand is, if you're disturbed, a lot of people are disturbed too. You're not the only one that hasn't found peace. That's why you think everybody fighting. People are fucking disturbed. Energetically, spiritually, emotionally. Like, so many people are disturbed and they think this shit is normal. That shit is not normal. It's not normal for you to want to go fight somebody just because. That's not normal. Now, are you supposed to defend yourself? I'm not saying you be no, you know. Yeah, because I'm all for self-protection. I'm all for that. But when it comes to a point where you don't have to interact with these people, you don't have to deal with these people, you can actually walk away. No one is actually cornering you. No one is actually putting you against the wall. It's like, okay, well, it's either me and you, because I ain't gonna let you do nothing to me. I could see you fighting for your life at that particular point. But other than that, these people, the shit that people be fighting over be over bullshit. Over bullshit. And then when you look at TikTok, it's literally people that will host lives and host different things about who said what. Well, they told me I was on there and they said this. Well, how could they say that to you? Because they said this to me. So yeah, we need to invite them up here because all they do is lie. What? I know you might be TikTok famous. Like, I know you might be getting a lot of gifts from that drama shit. But how is that right? Children, grown ass men, grown ass women. How is that benefiting you? Like, what are you getting from that shit? And they really think, now, like I said, we live in a free world. You can do what you please. But they don't understand how much that disturbs them. They don't really understand that. They don't. That's why everybody on here fighting. That's always all, well, the man said this, and the women did this, and the women, everybody's tired of being fucking hurt. But instead of everybody saying, you know what, I'm tired of being hurt. Now everybody's saying, I'm going to do you the way you do me. I'm going to do you the way you do me. I'm going to do them the way they did me. How you did this, I'm going to get you back. And, well, what if everybody start getting everybody back? Where's the shit going to stop? Like, where's the shit going to end? Like, who going to be mature enough to say, you know what? I know they did something to me. I know they did something foul, but I ain't going to do that because I know they disturbed. I'm going to keep on pushing and lead them in their disturbedness. I'm just going to keep on pushing. They can be disturbed on their own. I'm not going to make myself disturbed because they disturbed me. Until a motherfucker get to that point, this shit is crazy. It's just bananas. It's wild. Like, I don't think people understand that. They always want to be right. They always want to be fucking right. Who cares about being fucking right? Yeah, they just putting themselves in that circle over and over and over and over and over again. Right. There is no healing when you play tit and tat. What's the point of tit and tat? To show the people that you can do it too. Everybody has the ability to be scandalous. Everybody has the ability to be mean. Everybody has the ability to be hateful. But people who understand about emotions and healing and actually being in a serenity state, what the fuck am I going to get out of being mean to you because you was mean to me? What? I'm not going to get anything out of that. That's not going to heal my heart. That's not going to heal my spirit. That's going to hinder me for the things I got going on now, because now I'm in this energy of hating you. This energy is going to follow me everywhere. It's not just, and I tell people that. They don't understand that when it comes to energy, like, you can hold on to something for somebody. Like, you can hate somebody and you telling yourself, you know, oh, I hate them. I can't stand them. I can't, oh, and this and that. And they said, oh, okay, that's fine. You can feel that. But I need people to understand that just because you feeling that for somebody doesn't mean that doesn't reside in your space. Doesn't mean you're not holding on to that shit. So if all you holding on to is hate and all you holding to is anger, no matter who the fuck you're holding on to it for, what do you think is going to happen to your body? What do you think is going to happen to your spirit? What do you think is going to happen to your heart? What do you think is going to happen to your love? What do you think? There's nothing going to come out of that. People love to hold hate for people because they did something to them, and they did this to them, and oh, I can't believe, and I hate them, and once I seen them, it's gonna be on sight. Okay, you can feel that way, but understand your body doesn't know what the fuck you holding on to this shit for. Your body don't know. Your body doesn't know why you being mean. Your body does not know why you being hateful. Your body does not know why you always being fucking disrespectful. Your body doesn't know that shit. So if your body doesn't know that, your body just gonna hold on to the hate. Your heart just gonna hold on to that hate. Your heart is just, and your spirit is just gonna hold on to that hate. It's not just, oh, I'm just because they did this, and so what? And what is that? How is that benefiting you though? What is that doing for you? It's not doing anything for you. Hi, sis. Thank you for the love. Yes, and that's why they be disturbed. They don't know this shit is a whole cycle. It's like, it's not you holding on to this hate. You are literally destroying your spirit. You are literally destroying your soul at this point. Your soul and your spirit can't grow in that space. It cannot be healed in that space. It cannot be loved in that space. It cannot. That's why people be walking around here disturbed. Because they think, oh, I can be disrespectful. I can hate. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But please understand, the more you hold on to that shit, the more your soul is suffering. The more your soul is suffering. I'm sorry. I don't know why. The more your soul is suffering, the more the love inside of you is suffering, the more your heart is suffering. And people love, and I can't understand for the life of me how you believe you deserve more compassion than you give to somebody else. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you to believe that everyone should be on the pins and needles, not say nothing to you, move this way, move that way, but when it comes to people, you return the favor, or will forget you. You don't know who I am. Well, who are you? That's not how this shit works. Because that's why people like that always be unhappy. Because this shit got to come in a full fucking circle. This shit got to come in a full fucking circle. That's why those people are always fucking unhappy. That's why they always unhappy. They unhappy because they believe that they don't have to give something out that they're demanding. But they don't understand the shit that they give out is not going to heal them. It's not. That's why they always looking for people where you better talk to me like this, and you better do this for me, and you better, and you better, and you better, because they can't feel that shit on the inside because they too busy giving the shit out. But everybody cannot sit in their own shit and realize that shit. They cannot. They cannot. They feel justified in not showing compassion. They feel justified in that shit. And then they wonder why they never find no peace. Because the disruption starts with you. It doesn't start outside of you. That's why you see people, and some people can be saying all type of shit, and them people just be walking on by. People walk on by. And then that fucked up spirit in them, how they view those people. Oh, those people punks. Oh, they soft. Oh, they scary. See how they don't want to fight you? Yep, girl, because they scary. Because she know. Yeah, I know, bitch. I know that I'm not trying to disturb my soul and my spirit the way you is. I damn sure you right. I do know. I do know that. I do know I'm not trying to disturb my spirit the way you disturbing yours. I know I'm not trying to disturb my soul the way you disturbing yours. I know I'm not trying to disturb my heart the way you disturbing yours. So you can say what the fuck you want to say about me. I don't give two shits. Until you actually come into my face and I figure like you're a real threat to me, then we got a whole nother issue. We got a whole nother fucking issue. But if I could just walk past your ass and know you ain't gonna do nothing, you just wait for me to react to you because you waiting to see how disturbed I am. You waiting to see how because people who move like that, they looking for that energy. Your energy is gonna magnetize wherever you are. They looking for that energy. So people who don't move in that energy, they call them scary. They call them scary. They call them weak. They call them, because they know, girl. Yeah, they know. Because they know who I am. No. I know who I am. And I know you not worth it. You not worth my happiness. You not worth my peace. You not worth my serenity. Just because you said something to me, and what you gonna do? How is that? What is it that you said to me? How is that going to help or heal my life? How is that going to even disturb my life? How is it? That's the real power. They don't want to hear that though. People who move like that, those are the real powerful motherfuckers. They can't stand that, because they want to poke at people. They want to poke at people's wounds because they hurt. They want to poke up people's wounds because they hurt, and then tell themselves, "Oh, I'm stronger than you. I don't poked your wound. I'm stronger than you." No, the fuck you ain't. You're not stronger than me, because you don't even realize, even if you're not hurting because you poked my wound, you still in the hurt place or want to hurt me the fuck back. They don't get it. They will never get it. They will never get it. And then if somebody come on here or talking, or they meet somebody in the flesh like me, then it's like, oh, well, what are you talking about? Well, yeah, no, that just sounds crazy. I just think you're weak. I just think you're soft. Because no, I'm not. I understand that even if you do wrong by me, I have been done wrong in my life. I had did people wrong in my life. I done healed enough to say I have. I done did some fucked up shit in my life. I done healed enough to say I have. But since I done already healed in that space, I already know what that space is, and you can't pull me back into that shit. You can't pull me back into an unhealed state. I already know what this is. I already went through that. I already went to the point of, well, nobody gave a fuck about me. Why should I give a fuck for everybody else? I already went through that. I already went through me not understanding how that pain and how that suffering work in people's lives. And I understand the reason why people who give out pain and suffering is because they are suffering within themselves. I understand that. You can't, what is it? I'm not going to play tit and tap with you. You can say what you want to say about me, and so that's not going to stop my abundance. That's not going to stop my happiness. That's not going to stop my glow up. That's not going to stop me from loving myself. You can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. You can say whatever you want to say to me. I'm going to tell you to get out my face. I'm going to tell you to leave me alone. But just to the point of me trying to hit your wound because I know your ass is hurt. Because only hurt people do that shit. Only hurt people do that shit. I know. I was sensitive at one point. I was hurt at one point. I know how hurt people move. I know how hurt people move. They waiting for anybody and everybody to do some shit to them so they can prove how strong they is in their pain. They trying to wait for anybody to do something to them because they trying to show people how strong they is in their pain. Instead of them actually sitting the fuck down and say, you know what, I'm hurt. I'm in pain. I need to step back. I need to self-reflect. I don't want to be in pain because it seems like everywhere I go, I'm always witnessing the same shit. It's like everywhere I go, I'm always in some bullshit. It's like everywhere I go, I'm always in pain. Everywhere I go, but the shit has to start with me. Like I must be making wrong decisions in my motherfucking life. People don't want to do that. People do not want to do that. That's why they always look for the new girlfriend. They always look for the new boyfriend. They always look for the friend group. They always looking for move. Oh well, Texas did me wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people who move out of state and they do great in that state. Like it's just something they were meant to be in that particular spectrum in the world, right? But some people state hop. They do me wrong in Texas. I'm gonna move to Nevada. Oh, Nevada tripping. I'll move to Wyoming tripping. I'll move to New York tripping. I'll move to Arizona. Bitch, it's you. It's you. They will never say that though. They would never say that because to them it makes them feel weak. It makes them feel weak, but you're really weaker when you don't address the pain. You're really weaker when you don't address the shit that fucking bothers you, because now that shit is making you a prisoner. You're weaker. That makes you weaker. But since we live in a world of society where they tell you the up is down, the left is right, and the good is bad, people don't understand that. People don't understand that, because this is how society is set up. They done switched everything fucking around. Everything got fucking switched around. And now people who are actually living in the right way, people looking at them like, oh, you got it wrong, just because the majority is doing the wrong shit. No, motherfuckers, y'all got it wrong. Y'all got it wrong. You calling me weak because I don't want to be reactive or whatever it is, or people, I'm walking down the street, somebody call me a name, or you want to fight me and I'm not really saying nothing to you, you call me weak. But I understand that even your pain ain't gonna make me a prisoner. How does that make me weak? How does that make me weak? Because even though motherfuckers did fucked up shit to me, it's not gonna make me a prisoner to their fucking pain. How the fuck does that make me weak? How does that make me weak? I'm not the weak one. Because no matter what they said, what they did, how they did it, how they moved, how they treated me, they could have put their hands on me. Either way, you're not going to disturb my love for myself. You're not going to disturb the peace and the love and the abundance that's in my soul. You're not going to disturb that for me. So how the fuck am I weak? If anybody's, oh, well, I had to tell them and I had to show them, was I ain't the one. People, like I said, you can't change people. People don't give a fuck because they are working in I have to keep going. Oh, thank you for the love, thank you for the support. I come on here, I don't come on here as often as I should, but I said I was going to start coming on here because I'm going to have a Patreon up so people can get this information monthly. Plus I'm gonna do my lives and stuff. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff pertaining to that. So I talk about healing a lot. I talk about astrology. I talk about energy healing. Talk about shit, numerology. Talk about femininity. I talk about a whole bunch of shit. I talk about intuitive shit. I talk about spiritual, being on spiritual realm, because I'm a mystic. I'm an empath, so I'm real connected to that side. So, but just come back. I'm glad you're here, but just come back. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. But yeah, how am I weak? And then, because I have literally witnessed this, like hands on, like people I encountered in my life, and they will do certain things to me, right? And they said whatever they did to me, it really hurt me, right? It really hurt me. It really hurt my feelings. It made me feel some type of way at the moment. I could have been down, and I could have been sad for a little bit, but even through my disappointment and even through my sadness,